Hey guys, this is Manifesting Better, and I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account, the link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available, the link for that too is in the description box below. So my throat, slight, I have a slight pain in my throat, so sorry for the voice if it's weird. Alright, so today's video and today's topic is very talked about in the community and something that I think I will give my view on. So the topic for today's video is action, inspired action. When should we take action while manifesting? How should we take action while manifesting? And is action required while manifesting? So the first thing I would like to do is I would like to explain what action means and why we get confused with this in the community. So usually what action means in this scenario is, for example, I have to manifest a job. So will I apply for it? If I am studying for a course and I need to give exams, will I study for it? If I want to manifest a person, will I have to text them? Will I have to do things? The first thing I would like to say is that in any manifestation, there would be some sort of action involved. Usually it's not voluntary. So usually that action is something that happens on its own, because you are not in conscious control of when it happens. After something has started manifesting, when Neville talks about this, Neville talks about that you will also be driven by your own subconscious, by your own God self, whatever you want to call it, towards the fulfillment of that desire. So when you have started and when you are living in a state of being of a certain mindset and being a certain person, what will happen is that you, along with other people, other things, other circumstances, will also be driven towards its fulfillment. So you will also be a part in that play that needs to happen in order for that thing to come to fruition. So there will be some sort of action from your side. But usually this action wouldn't be forced. So usually this action wouldn't be something that you know is taking you to your manifestation. Usually it would be something that happens and you can only look back and connect the dots. This is what people called inspired action. That I won't be able to, I won't know that this action is the one that is taking me to my manifestation. For example, let's say I want $100. I'm just manifesting $100, and I go to somewhere and instead of turning left, I turn right. This is a very used example, and I find it there. That right was not taken because I wanted that thing. That right was taken because I was also not in control of myself, and that is why I took that action, because my desire was being come to fruition through that action of mine. So inspired action is usually something that happens when I am also not sure that it is happening. Now, I would first like to cover the topic of jobs, beliefs about jobs, money, exams, stuff like this, weight loss, because there is a lot of talk in the community about this, and I don't see any clarification for this. I apologize for it. In September, I made a post on my Instagram about this, that I will make another post explaining this, but I never got around to it. So I will just cover it in this video. After that, I will also explain action in relation to manifesting a specific person. So when it comes down to jobs, exams, weight loss, we all have been living from a certain set of beliefs, right? We all as humans have been living from a certain set of beliefs through which the beliefs that we have heard from the world, the beliefs that we have embodied, and the beliefs that are stuck in our mind now. For example, I will have to eat less in order to lose weight, or I will have to study in order to get marks, or I will have to apply for that job in order to get it. If you can manifest anything you want without doing anything, doesn't mean that you have to. So be smart about this. Hear this out. If you have a belief system, let's say the thing is a job. Let's say you have a belief system that I will need to study for a job, then I will apply for it, and then I will get it. Right? So this is your belief system supporting it. Now you have an option. You can either follow that belief system and get that job, which means that you can either do the things that you believe you will have to do in order to get that job and get it, or you can work on that belief system and start working on it in a manner that now you believe that I don't have to do anything in order to get that job, right? Whichever one is easier for you, pick that. comes down to other things too. Let's say weight loss. Let's say you have a belief that I don't need to work out, that I need to work out in order to lose weight. So you can either work with that belief system, you can either do that, or you can work on, so basically you can either work out and lose the weight, or you can work on that belief system that and not do anything and still lose weight. Whichever one is easier for you. As you will move, same with money, same with jobs, same with exams, everything. As you will move forward in this journey, many a times you will realize that many belief systems would be easier for you to change and would be worth it. And many times it would not be worth it to work on that. It would rather just be easier to follow that belief system. I personally make it a mix of it. So let's say I have a belief system that I need to work hard in order to earn money. Instead of believing this is just my how I do it. So instead of believing that I don't need to work at all in order to get money, I would make it a complementary thing, saying I only need to work for a little bit of time to get money. Let's say with weight loss. So instead of making myself believe that I don't need to work out at all and I will just lose all the weight by itself, I personally think that it's easier for me to believe that I would just say that, oh, I just have to work for 1 hour and I stay in shape. Or, oh, I just have to walk these many steps a day and I stay in shape. Depends on you, depends on your belief system. Not saying that losing weight without working out is not possible. Definitely is. Not saying that you have to follow my way of it. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. But please go with a smart way which seems easier for you. Sometimes in that ego battle that, oh no, why will I work out? Why will I do this? I will just sit home and lose weight. Yes, if that works for you, if you actually believe it, and if it's worth it for you to believe that, go ahead, do that. But if it's not, if it's in your mind, you don't have to, it's difficult for you to believe that, then make a complementary fact out of it and use that the next way of handling it in order to get what you want, because in the end it's about that, right? So finish the job, finish it, get it done. Now comes down to the person. So all right, if it doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't resonate with you, you can skip this part. Now I will talk about how does manifesting a specific person and action is involved. The first thing you need to realize is that many a times, mostly a lot, 90% of the times, we are making a fool out of ourselves into thinking that this is inspired action when it is not. It is our desperate state through which we are trying to move forward and get something. So when I am chasing someone, when I am flying to their country in order to surprise them, when I am running after them again and again, when I'm acting out of fear, when I'm again and again asking for reassurance, when I'm again and again stalking them, calling them, begging them to be with us, talking to other people about it, trying to manipulate the circumstances in the physical world in order to get it, that's not inspired action. That's chasing, because that's coming from a fear perspective. That's coming from a mindset where you don't believe that I have what I want, so I need to do something in the physical world in order to get it. And you need to have a 10-foot pole between you and chasing. Because if you are already there, if you already have it, you wouldn't feel the need to push it. You wouldn't feel the need to chase. You wouldn't feel the need to go out of their house and sing songs, stuff like that. You wouldn't need to chase anyone, right? All of this is just your attempt in trying to get it, because somewhere in your mind you don't believe you have it. That is why you feel I need to do something so that I can get it. Now people talk about the concept of Neville Goddard, and they will bring out the army scenario where he had to apply for the leave, or where he had to apply for his divorce in order to get it. Please realize this thing. I in the start told you about a few things about the belief system and certain belief systems. Do you actually believe that maybe he had a belief system that he has to apply for the divorce to come, but he didn't push things? There is a thing of applying your belief system, and then there is a way of pushing. Your best action in any scenario, especially in the case of manifesting a person, is to do less, is to do lesser. The more actions you should take should be the actions on improving yourself as a person and working on yourself. That should be your primary focus. Because when we are trying to manipulate, when we are trying to run after something, it's usually coming from a perspective of lack and fear. And we don't want to be run by fear, because as much as we are run by fear, as long as we are run by fear, we are living in the state of lack. And that is what keeps coming back to us again and again. Right? This is what again Neville Goddard meant by you won't even have to lift a finger, because you won't even know that you're doing it. Things will start to come to you in a very effortless way. Right? Ask yourself, before you're pushing something, ask yourself, is it me trying to reinstate the old state or the new one? Am I trying to make something happen because I don't believe it will happen, or am I doing it out of confidence? Be honest with yourself. Many a times it will come down that you think I'm doing it out of confidence, but you won't be. Because I get this a lot. People text me that, oh no, I'm very confident, I'll text this person. And then I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yes. Clients do this a lot. And then they text that person, and then when that person doesn't text back, or they don't text in an appropriate manner, they're like, oh, but why isn't it working? I was doing everything right. No, that if their response is what is deciding your state, then you were not doing anything right in the first place. Let things happen in an effortless way. You're not dying without the person. I understand that it feels like this at this moment. And this is in no way a dig at anyone. I'm just trying to help you get back on track. Alright, so this is it for this video. I will be posting again in this week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.